Oh, oh, oh. Ooh. You should definitely put a piece of tape over your front camera. Let's talk Skillshare. I would like to say before I start this video, first and foremost, I am my own person. These thoughts and opinions are of my own. Second off, I just want to give a big love and hugs and support to all you students out there who have made these past 4 classes possible and who have given me insight in terms of where I would like to take the next step of my education career. With that being said, I would just like to take a moment and explain to you guys sort of the context of how I came into Skillshare, kind of just get into why it's not really working for me as a platform anymore. But before I get into any of that, I gotta explain some context for you guys in terms of like how I came into Skillshare. And around late 2014, I was getting an incredible amount of questions from you guys on Tumblr and Instagram, Twitter, just wanting to know more about photography, wanting to know more about my equipment, what I was using and the techniques I was using to get my editing style at the time. Rather than to answer 30 to 35 questions on Tumblr, I thought it would be easier to kind of present all of that information as one bundled package and archive it in some kind of way so you guys would be able to reference it in the future, and that would also take some of the pressure off of me so I wouldn't really need to like continue answering the same questions all over again. The first class did incredible. I think it got like 1,500 something students in a couple of months, and this is with no help. This is with no marketing assistance from Skillshare. The guys and gals at Skillshare, they noticed and they reached out to me and they said, hey, we really like how your first class is done. Would you be interested in creating more classes? And on the surface it sounded like a great idea because it gave me the opportunity to teach more for all parties. It worked out well for the students. It worked out well for Skillshare because they got my teaching services as well as the vast network and support that you guys brought to the table. How this all works is that Skillshare would be paying their teachers based on how well the classes were performing. I don't know if I should. I'll probably put a picture of it. Let's see. I'm much better at drawing than I am at talking, so I'm only doing a recording on my screen. I'm not going out and filming anything. That means that production value is very high. Class 2 was also the same thing. It did very well. The production value is still very high because I'm turning a profit. I'm making money. I think course 2 even did better than class 1, so that's why his face is a little bit happier. Flip forward now to, this is about mid-2016. Skillshare changed the way that they would be paying students. I don't know the way that they specifically changed how they paid us as teachers. What I do know is that we got paid significantly less. By the time we get down to class 3, you could see this is where they changed how they pay teachers. So we go from big bucks to not so much bucks. If I'm going to continue to pay for a film crew and to spend my time marketing these and producing these, it's kind of meh. It's feeling like a job. This is the space I don't want to be. I want to be up here. If I taught, maybe 4, 5, 6 even additional courses, I would probably be able to make the same amount of money I was making a couple years ago. I'd much rather value quality over quantity. All right, so you can see by the time we get down to course 4, it's not even worth it anymore. I'm now losing money. I'm spending a few $100 to produce a film crew, to make all the content and editing, and I'm only making a couple $100 a month. The next level of what I wanted to take my courses to in education, Skillshare wasn't really facilitating that. Doing the editing on myself in addition to doing the teaching, again, it wasn't really a pragmatic solution because I'm paying all this money out of my own pocket. At the same time, Skillshare isn't marketing my courses the way that they were in the past, and that sort of just leads to a decline in revenue. Those 3 kind of things, they all kind of came together in this storm. Now we come to the 4th class, which I just put out in March of this year, and it's easily the worst performing course I've ever done. Like a third of the normal students that I've had. I'm used to seeing between 1,500 and 2,000 students per course, and I think this 4th class has just barely even cracked 500 students. It's nothing. It's not on the production value. The production value is great. The content is great. I know it's the content that you guys want to see. That just doesn't seem to be the content that they feel like they want to invest in right now, which is completely okay. But when I see other courses who might be getting maybe promoted a little bit more, or I see other courses that have a film crew shooting all of their content pro bono, that kind of hurts me in terms of like, well, damn, do they value my content as a teacher, but do they value you guys as students as well? Are they taking advantage of people? I don't really know any of those answers to those questions. I don't want to sit here and tell you guys to spend, your hard-earned spinach on a course that I don't feel is being produced as well as it could be. Not that it's not good, or not that I feel 100% amazing about it, because I do. I love all four of the courses that we've made. For at this period of time of what I need to be a better teacher and to give high quality content to you guys, it's just not making sense. What was sort of the final straw that broke, I guess, the camel's back, when they started switching around the people who I was talking to and who I was dealing with, from what I was used to. That's kind of when I got uncomfortable, and that's when I was like, okay, we gotta reevaluate the way that we're doing things, because if I'm having to meet 10 new people every week and I have to re-explain why I think photography courses need to be promoted and valued on the Skillshare platform, if I have to do that every single month, it's not a good environment for a creator. It's spending more work than it's producing back in revenue. What my plan is to take all of the courses from Skillshare, copy and paste them onto YouTube for free. Okay, I feel that it's what I need to do as a creator to move the content that I own to a platform that I can control, the ads and the commercials that I can control, build up that revenue, and then flip it into a course that I can produce on my own, sell on my own, pitch and market on my own. I don't want to have anyone telling me no. I don't want to have anyone saying these courses aren't important right now, try us again in a few months. I take this very heavily, and I want to make sure that I'm explaining fully where this content is going to be going in the future and what my goals for it are. If anything, Skillshare helped me realize my passion for teaching, and for 100% all of you guys who've continued to support and share and submit your personal projects and work onto this platform, that means a great deal to me. I still intend on making a 5th course that's not really going to be a screencast, and it's not really going to be a walk around in the city. I want to do a mixture of the two for the 5th class, which is going to be an introduction to Adobe Premiere Pro. Alright, that's kind of like the wrap up of all of this. I don't really mean to make this a huge long rant, and I want to make this as objective as possible in terms of like what I think happened on my end. I really didn't want to make this video in terms of like explaining all the nitty-gritty behind it, but for those of you guys who have signed up for the previous Skillshare courses, I do think this explanation is necessary, and just to know that I still value you guys as students, and I think that we have potential to make incredible content you guys will want to share, you guys will want to submit projects for, and you guys will want to engage with. I need to take some time back away from working with any platforms that don't seem to have a creator's interest front and center. We'll figure out a way that we can post projects, or you guys can send me work, and we'll find a way to work around that to get a platform hosting like that. Other than that, keep tape on your MacBook camera, and I'll see you guys in the near future. Peace.